Good morning, YouTube. It's 5 minutes to 9 and it just stopped raining. And I am wet. And I think that mostly came from squirming while I was sleeping. I did sleep. I think I got 3 hours sleep. But I am wet. One thing I discovered is you have to sleep on your side. When I was talking about breathing and difficulty breathing in fresh air, I found it best if you sleep on your side with like your hand out this way, and you can hold it up under the flap and get fresh air in. You can't sleep on your back at all, because if you sleep on your back, then the bivy, the weight of the rain, just pushes on your face. So that's impossible. And actually the best way I found was kind of on your stomach, on your side at the same time. It was a lot more comfortable that way. And I never got cold. I'm damp right now and I'm a little chilled. It's 62 degrees now, and it got down to 53. I never got cold. In fact, I was very, very comfortable until I just woke up, and kind of damp, and the humidity's still high. But it was an experience, a deep south experience. I feel like going back to sleep, and I probably will, but I want some coffee. So I hope y'all slept well. Man, I'm having problems with gravity. Oh, I need some coffee bad. Whether I go back to sleep or not, I need coffee. I don't know if you can see that. I don't guess it matters. You ever seen anybody make a cup of coffee in the morning? Feeling lazy. I don't want to get out of bed. Lay in bed and make coffee. Can't see the screen very well. So the issues were the high humidity inside the bag, getting a good seal on the edges, the sensation of being wet when you're not, and getting in a comfortable position so that you can be still, because if you wiggle around, you create the cracks that the rain gets in. And then of course the fresh air. The fresh air was the biggest issue for me. It really got uncomfortable in there at times. I don't think you're really meant to be sleeping in those kind of conditions. I finally got to the point where I was so exhausted that I just went ahead and fell asleep. But this is a tool for what it is. I really don't know how they could design it any better, because if they came up with a better seal for it, then you wouldn't be able to get any fresh air in. I think Snugpak's design has a loop or a hoop system, but I don't know how that works when you fold it up. So for something that's this bivy you can compress it down pretty good size. And I think that was the goal for it. So I really don't know how you could improve on this design. You know, it functioned the way it was supposed to. I did get wet, but a lot of that was my fault. But I think a lot of people would do the same thing. And I think with practice, you get better at it and possibly alleviate some of the moisture infiltration. It is a beautiful morning. There is nothing like the woods in the morning after a rain, especially if you're a squirrel hunter. I love squirrel hunting early in the morning after a rain, and then you hear the squirrels in the trees. Every time they jump from the bushes to the bushes, they make that sound. The last sound they ever make. And I didn't hear any turkeys. But the sun's coming up right behind me, so it might be on the screen. I don't even know if you can see that or not. But all the dogwoods to my left, I always like to point my head to the north when I sleep. Don't ask me why. It's one of them strange things about me. So my head's north. I'm looking at the camera west, and the sun's coming up in the east, as it generally does, and it's reflecting off all that white of those dogwoods. It's just awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, I'm gonna fix my instant Starbucks coffee via, and then I'm going to make a real pot of coffee, a real pot of cowboy coffee. And I've got to process some wood so I can have a fire tonight. I'm gonna have to build a fire today after I process some dry wood and then dry out the wood for tonight. And tonight, before I went to bed last night, I cut up a backstrap, a venison backstrap, and been marinating it in Italian dressing all night. And that's what I'm having for supper. Venison shish kebabs. One of my favorite meals. I plan on doing bank fires video tonight, probably short. So I'm gonna process wood, dry some wood. Oh, another issue is like, it's supposed to rain more. So how am I gonna dry my bag out for tonight? It is synthetic, so I'm not gonna have to deal with a down bag. The only thing I know to do is just hang it up and let it dry out between storms. I think we were supposed to get almost 2 inches since midnight last night, and it's not over yet, even though it's not a cloud in the sky now. But it had just stopped raining about 3 or 4 minutes before I turned on this update. Well, that's my day. Process wood, dry wood, dry things out, dry the bag out. I'm sleeping in the tent tonight on air mattress. I'm just enjoying my day, maybe do some bushcraft, some carving, whatever I feel like doing. Today's my day. All right, we'll see you. So I think this will be the last update of the Bush Lab series. I enjoyed it. It really was an experience. Man, all the water drops. There's a pine tree with a fir tree, I'm not sure what kind it is, right to my left, and the sun's reflecting off of it. Looks like a Christmas tree all lit up in Christmas lights. It is nothing like the woods, man. Nothing like it. All right. Peace. See you next time. I don't know how I'm going to be. I don't know what I'm going to do to top this one. I'll come up with something. Y'all have a great weekend. Later.